2001 Space Odyssey by Arthur C Clarke. Mind-boggling parts. Very original idea and conception. In the introduction to the book, Arthur C Clarke speaks about his relationship with Stanley Kubrick, the film, very famous 2001, and the fact that, as opposed to other works, this one was as a consequence of the film. They were thinking about a script, and then they thought together that a spaceship just passed by, but from 2016, not as evolved as those from 2001. That's a criticism to begin with. Too far to advance 2001 as opposed to what actually happened. But you never know when you make assumption about the future. So they thought a novel is necessary. Some ideas are flabbergasting, and I will try and mention a few. There's again coming back from Venus. Big shuttle delivering mail. People live on the moon. That's one thing. The way they travel to the moon and back, that's another thing. Fun in a way. The toilet and the food. The food is in zero gravity, stays in the plate with some thick sauce, which also has some adhesive properties. Interesting. But then in the toilet, they make it move somehow to create a force, centrifugal, who knows, so that the materials from there do not fly in the air. I wonder what they do actually on the spaceships, but never mind that. There are children on the moon, born there. They don't want to see the Earth. And then we venture into more interesting stuff with the discovery of an interesting block buried into the moon, way deep, by aliens, ET, extraterrestrials, who have been there millions of years before men climbed down from trees. It's an astonishing discovery, and then as part of the plot, the American meets with the Russian, but he doesn't want to say. They suspect the Chinese might be involved. The Chinese in 2001. That's another interesting idea, considering the trouble they make in the South China Sea and towards Japan and elsewhere. They are selling nuclear weapons all around, if I got it right. So they're suspected about this thing on the moon only when it's established as a fact that it's millions and millions of years old. The Chinese are out, and any humans for that matter. It's also strange that it's operated by sunlight. So why bury it? Bury this thing in the surface of the moon? Well, an answer is found, and then it's because it's an alarm. So the alarm is triggered, signals are sent as soon as someone has found it and brought it to the surface. Then we have the well-known from the film, the well-known HAL computer. I understand that at the Super Bowl they even used that voice. It got famous. Not that the film was very clear. It wasn't clear to me either. The book has parts I don't get. true, I wasn't really, it's too hot, all that attentive. Rock Hudson, supposedly, if again I'm correct, came out of the premiere and said I didn't understand. So how is mischievous? We have this issue of artificial intelligence and what it can do. Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking have expressed concerns about what AI can do. It's astonishing what we already have now in 2016. Driverless cars experimented with by Google. They've been traveling for 2 million miles or more, with only a few incidents, human error to show for. And lately, true, there have been some incidents. One with Tesla. A Tesla driver was killed after he put it on automatic pilot. But then again, we have to see what happened there. We have the smartphones, obviously, and in singularity, it's argued that in 2030 or so, a computer will know all that mankind knows, and we have deep learning. But coming back to 2001, there are a few other things I'd like to mention briefly that I think of now. There will be the hypothesis proposed in there regarding the speed of light. Maybe we can go beyond that, consider the limit. Wormholes that maybe we can travel through with another perspective of time. And then the question of what the aliens would look like. Some say that they would look like us, more or less, 2 legs, 2 hands, and maybe different skin, hair. And others would say nothing like, considering that we use prosthesis and artificial limbs and so on, and then you can put various artificial devices inside. That will be the tendency to skip and forget the biological part and be much more electronics and maybe a symbiosis or a mixture. And then eventually he talks also about God, what you do when you already have the brain perhaps on a non-organic support or something. That's to end with this Russian billionaire, I think, who wants to, if not live forever, live 1,000 years, to work on having the brain on another support without, or different bodies, and I don't know. Very interesting. I hope you will enjoy it.